Hello and welcome to Crypto News. Today is September 17th, 2025, and the top cryptocurrency news is as follows. Moving on to our news, let's go to Thailand and remember why Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies could be the answer to banks not handling our money very well, as banks in Thailand have frozen millions of bank accounts. Innocent people and businesses have reportedly been caught in the crossfire, as Thai banks have frozen millions of accounts suspected of being fraudulent. The banks have frozen 3 million accounts and imposed a daily limit on all bank customers in the kingdom, according to reports. So, if a percentage of their money had been held in Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies in a hard wallet, they could have protected a portion of their wealth from being frozen out of nowhere. Moving on, we'll also mention President Trump, who claims that the New York Times damaged meme coin in a $15 billion lawsuit. Specifically, the lawsuit filed Monday in federal court in Florida alleges that 4 Times reporters maliciously published false information about the president in multiple articles and a book, leading to enormous financial losses to the value of his brand, real estate, and businesses. The lawsuit specifically alleges that, among other businesses, the reputation of Trump's meme coin project Solana was damaged in the minds of Florida residents because of the Times reporting. For this reason, Mr. Trump is looking for money, apparently not only for his meme coin, but also for other businesses that bear his name. Continuing, we will also refer to the US regulators, who have selected several people from the cryptocurrency industry as advisors for the Bitcoin Reserve. Specifically, Mr. Michael Saylor from MicroStrategy, Mr. Tom Lee from Bitmine, and another big name, the CEO of Mara, are among the people who will present ideas on how the US can finance Bitcoin purchases without affecting taxpayers. Essentially, as we said in the previous episode of Crypto News, the Bitcoin Reserve tells us that we will buy Bitcoin without spending money in any way, and the US regulators have invited these people to give ideas. Then we will also look at our ETFs, and we will see BlackRock, which is buying on its own. In the spot Bitcoin ETF, BlackRock on September 15th saw an inflow of $261 million, and so it closed the day at $259 million. On September 16th, we don't know what BlackRock has done, but we are at $83 million. And for the Ethereum ETF, we have the same trend, just bigger numbers. On September 15th specifically, BlackRock saw an inflow of $363 million, and so it closed the day at $359 million. As of September 16th, we don't know what BlackRock has done, but we are at negative $41.4 million. While we're on the subject of money, let me tell you that all the companies buying Solana have managed to buy almost 3% of the total Solana supply. According to this tool that Solana has created, it shows us that only 17 entities currently own 2.98% of the total Solana supply. Meanwhile, SharpLink Gaming, a company buying Ethereum, continues to increase its own stake and bought an additional $1 million. Moving on to Dogecoin, we go to Clearcore, which bought another $100 million in Doge, bringing its portfolio to $600 million in the largest meme coin in the cryptocurrency market. And for our latest crypto investment firm, we go to Standard Chartered, which is raising $250 million for a digital asset fund. Specifically, this fund, which is expected to launch in 2026, will be backed by investors from the Middle East, with a focus on global investment opportunities, namely cryptocurrencies. And now it's time to look at Google, which has made a very notable upgrade for AI agents. Specifically, Google is announcing the creation of an open source protocol for agent payments, which is supported by some of the largest crypto companies, and the protocol is called Agent Payments. The protocol announced today adds the crucial component of payments to this mix, aiming to allow AI agents to seamlessly complete financial transactions with users, merchants, and payment providers. This protocol is backed by Coinbase itself, which, as we've seen in previous episodes of Crypto News, is working on developing technology for AI agents so they can transact with each other. The same goes for the Ethereum Foundation, which just 2 weeks ago in previous episodes, we saw working on technology for AI agents with the goal of expanding into this area, essentially with Google getting in on the act. Moving on, let's move on to Avalanche, which has appointed British MP Chris Holmes to its board. One of his key characteristics is that, firstly, he is very positive towards cryptocurrencies, and secondly, he played a decisive role in establishing the UK's legal framework for digital technologies. Essentially, he has been a big promoter of cryptocurrencies in the UK, and it seems that Avalanche has brought him in to make them more accessible, mainly to companies and institutions, because he knows the legal landscape very well, especially in the UK. Moving on, let's go to Circle, which has entered Hyperliquid very dynamically. First of all, let's say that Circle's USDC cryptocurrency will enter Hyperliquid. So this will bring a lot of customers to Circle and a lot of liquidity to Hyperliquid. Furthermore, Circle is now a member of the Hyperliquid ecosystem, as it has invested directly in the currency and bought it in simple terms, while Circle is also looking into the possibility of becoming a validator of the protocol. So very good news for Hyperliquid, which has received a lot of support in the last few days. And it's time to go to our favorite cryptocurrency market, with Bitcoin at $116,000, as we wait to see what the future of the market will be in the next 12 hours. That wraps up the top news for crypto today. Is September 17th, 2025. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only, and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care everyone and have a good day.